Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayikra. The question of the week is, what is the power of the Torah? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Vayikra, which is actually the beginning of the third of the 5 books of Moses, so the Torah begins and it says, Vayikra el Moshe. God called to Moshe Rabbeinu. But it's interesting, normally it says Vayomer Hashem, and it says God's name. Here it doesn't say who's calling, it says Vayikra. We know it's God calling, but why doesn't it say who's calling? And the Rebbe says something very powerful, and he says as follows. This book of Vayikra, Leviticus, is the third of the 5 books of Moses. So notice you have two that we just read, Bereshit and Shmos, and after Vayikra you have Bamidbar and Dvarim. So Vayikra is a central, foundational book, which is the most powerful book because it's a center book. The center is always the strongest, just like we find in the Siros. So because it's such a powerful book, so God says, Vayikra el Moshe. What does it mean Vayikra? Who's calling? Because when God calls it a name, it's a name that's calling. It's limited to the name. Vayikra means the essence of God is calling to Moshe Rabbeinu. Like we find in the Tanya, the Alter Rebbe explains and he says that in the Torah, that's the intellect and the will of God. But the intellect and the will, the way it's connected to the essence of God. So here you see the real power of Torah. The real power of Torah is we have the power and the ability to connect to the essence of God. So the answer to the question, what is the power of Torah? The power of Torah is through Torah, we have the power to connect to the essence of God. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to memory of Baruch Ben Yaleib, Shlomo Yosef, Rachel Bas Lipa, and Sina Basara. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in the memory. For more information, please see our website, chabad.swf.org. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov.